And now, the Big D and Bubba Weekly Podcast.
Big D and Bubba, they have a show 5 days a week, but they don't get to say everything that's on their mind, so they have an extra one, and that's how we get the podcast, the podcast, the podcast. Big D and Bubba's podcast, the podcast, the podcast. Big D and Bubba's podcast.
Maybe we should rewrite the jingle. Maybe we should have a new jingle.
Why?
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, if we're turning into this where we just butcher it every time, and
That
I'm not
wasn't
just
butcher.
talking.
Talking about that's a sing along. That's a jam.
that was
I'm not.
awesome.
I'm not just talking about this episode. I'm thinking like in past episodes, we should really
see what happens when you
butchered it.
point.
Well, I'm thinking
Point at us.
episodes in butcher, and it becomes episodes. I put the two words together.
It's not, but it's people singing along. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I think
okay.
everybody sings
I
along.
was drunk.
Yeah.
The day my mom
You think people don't
got
butcher
out of
that?
prison. Yeah, dude.
People
all
butcher
the time. And they
that.
butcher it,
And
and
they-
it's fine. It sounds better.
Okay. You know what? That is true. I take it all back.
Okay, good.
Thank you to O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts, our sponsor for the podcast this week again. We love those guys. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Are you coughing or laughing?
No, man, I am a mess.
What's happening?
I'm just a mess over here. I'm trying to figure out because I'm controlling the cameras stuff.
Yeah.
I've got Patrick's name on me. You're talking, and it's not on you, and it's just I'm all over the place.
Wow.
Kind of reminds me, golly, you remember that video of the news reporter, and she has that awful medical issue while she's
Oh yeah, when she has it's basically
kind of
it's like a stroke. Yeah.
and there was probably 18 hours, I guess, where everyone was making fun of it, and then we realized, oops.
Yeah.
She's actually
Yeah, this is a medical issue, and it's like whenever people laughed at Ron Paul when he was doing his little broadcast thing.
yeah,
And it was the same thing where he just and everybody's like, oh, look at him, big dummy. Yeah, no, he had a medical emergency right then and there.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Did you pull it up or something?
Who, me or
Oh, I
Patrick?
bet you pulled it up.
Oh, no, I'm not going to play that.
Oh,
Why would I
why?
play that? I have a gold. I
Oh,
have a gold
okay, yeah,
that I
my
have to
bad.
get
Yeah,
to.
go ahead.
This is important
What you
stuff,
got? Let's hear
man.
it.
Will you check out Harmony? Cause it's good.
Is she not the best?
What is she saying?
So we were talking about foods that we used to eat when we were little kids and that our parents made us eat, and we absolutely hate them nowadays. And I was talking about hominy, which is like a treated corn thing, which is great in soups, but my mom would make it as a side. And so I was making fun of it. Well, this lady called up, and she said, check out hominy because it's good.
Will you check out Harmony? Cause it's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
she
she's
needs
just
subtitles.
adorable.
She definitely needs subtitles.
Oh,
Will you
she
check
is
out Harmony?
precious.
Cause it's good.
Is she
Cause
not
it's
the
good.
best?
She's pretty good.
So
Pretty
she
good.
made it. She made it. And I normally were supposed to go through the voting process of, hey, is this a gold? Everybody cool with this being a gold? And I just went ahead and did it
Yeah,
because
Will you check out Harmony? Cause it's good.
I mean, as you should. I mean, that is great.
That lady
She's
is
adorable.
the live embodiment of Granny from the Tweety Bird cartoon.
yes, that's her.
That's
I
her.
should have saved more of
You
her.
stay
be-
in your cage, Tweety.
she was
Sylvester.
She was so adorable. And I was talking to her off the air, and she was just great. I love her.
I remember we did the cutest, whoever has the cutest sounding grandmother wins. Mm-hmm. And it was Granny Dot. Remember Granny Dot?
Oh, that's how we found. Is that how you found Granny Dot?
That's how we
That was
found Granny
before
Dot.
me.
Yeah. And Granny Dot, I don't know if you have anything from Granny Dot.
Oh, we have Granny Dot audio.
Do we?
You want
I
me to go-
do, but
let
it's
me
got
go-
music in it, and
Let
I
me go
don't know if
find-
there's.
No, let me go look.
Really?
Yeah, so they called in. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, 20 some odd
Yeah,
years
a
ago.
long time ago.
We
called
were
in.
5.
Yeah. And it wasn't even close, right? She was
She was far and away.
It was like game over.
It wasn't just that she was cute. She was cute. She was country, but she was funny. And she was adorable.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot more to being, you can have one or two of those things, but she had all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she was super fast. Remember?
Yeah, brain
And
was really
she had really
sharp.
good comedic timing.
Yeah.
And that's why she ended up getting the nod. Patrick, if you find it, you can put it on anything on those gray.
Oh,
Do we
boy.
have one?
no, I have have two, and
What?
not only are they clean and we can play them.
These are going to be old time us's.
And it's Bubba. It's like 15-year-old Bubba. But it's the best. Here we go.
But when Bubba and I got together, he really was 5. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning.
Hey, it's Granny Dot.
How you doing, sir?
We are doing good. How you doing, Granny Dot?
I'm doing fine. Well, I got you a joke.
A joke?
Yeah.
Oh, we love your jokes.
I'm not too good at them, but I like to tell them sometimes.
We love to hear them. Can you go
so
ahead and give it to us?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Oh, this is great. Hold on. Let me sit down. All right. Go ahead.
Jack Nicholas met up with Stevie Wonder.
Jack Nicholas met up with Stevie Wonder.
Jack Nicholas, the golfer, Jack Nicholas?
By the way, I'm
What other Jack
pausing.
Nicholas would it be? Dick?
I'm pausing for a moment. We don't know where these jokes are going. We have no idea.
This might be,
Might be unbelievably
more
offensive.
Than 20-year-old tape.
America.
Right
Hold on.
here.
I am.
So,
This is old
I'm-
America, man.
Yes.
I'm going to
yes.
place a bet here. Anybody want to go against me? $1. It's offensive.
no,
gonna
let's
say
see where it
no.
goes. It's going to be something
No,
about him
it's-
being blind.
Yeah, of
That's the only
course,
Stevie
of
Wonder jokes
course.
you make. Go ahead.
All right.
Met up with Stevie Wonder.
Jack Nicholas, the golfer, Jack Nicholas?
The golfer, yes.
And Stevie Wonder, the soul singer.
The blind souls.
The Divine Soul Singer.
Right.
And Jack said, how you doing? And he said, fine. Jack asked Stevie, are you playing any golf now?
Are you playing any golf now?
Yeah, Stevie said, yes, I'm playing some. Jack said, what are you shooting now? He says, I'm doing pretty good, Jack. How do you hit the ball hole?
How do you hit the
Being
hole?
blind and everything.
Right, blind and all. Okay.
This is
He
amazing.
said, my caddy just puts me in the direction of the hole and I shoot from there.
Right.
Jack said, well, how is your putting? And Stevie said, pretty good. My caddy just sort of lines me up and I putt like that.
Right.
Jack said, would you like to play me on a bet? Stevie said, how much? And Jack said, oh, I reckon about $1,000 a hole. Stevie said, that sounds good to me.
Wow.
Jack said, when can we meet up and play? Stevie said, almost any night of the week.
Oh, yes! Granny Dot!
Oh,
I
dude,
get it.
she was
'Cause
so
he's
awesome.
blind. He plays golf at night.
Oh
Any
man,
night of the week.
I hope her.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, man.
I hope her
Seriously, I
family
wish I
is
had more of
watching or
these.
listening.
We could make the whole podcast out of old Granny Dot tapes, man. Oh, gosh.
Do you want to do the second one
Yeah,
now?
it's shorter.
course,
Just
yeah.
play
All
it.
right,
Yeah,
here
yeah,
we
yeah.
go.
How you doing?
Pretty good, Granny Dot.
I was just going to tell you, we went to Mississippi yesterday, and I sat on the front porch and listened to you all on the truck radio.
In Mississippi.
90 miles.
90 miles.
Yeah, we went up there and mowed the grass, and you should have seen me on that big old tractor bush hogging.
Well, so do you have a new joke for us, Granny Dot?
Oh, yeah.
All right, give it to us.
3 old men sitting on the porch rocking. First old man said, boy, it's windy today. The second old man said, no, it's Thursday. The third old man said,
Oh, wait, there's more.
second old man said, no, it's Thursday. The third old man said, me too, let's go get a beer.
I get it, Wendy. No, it's Thursday. Me too.
That's a good joke, Granny Dot. I'm going to use that joke this weekend. That's great.
Somebody.
Well, we love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she was amazing,
Oh,
man.
man,
I don't think she's with us anymore.
Oh, no, she passed
Yeah.
years ago. I remember
She was so great.
Mr. Hyman. That was
Yeah,
her husband.
her
He
husband.
passed too. But gosh, man. I remember when I started working with you guys, which has been over 20 years, and the first time I met Granny Dot, I thought, is this a real person? Are y'all serious right now?
Yeah.
This
She's
is
so
real.
great.
She is like just so,
So
precious. It's like somebody made
Yeah.
her up.
Yeah, Central Casting. That's where she came from.
She's so great.
Yeah.
Dude. It's windy today.
Man, we have had the blessing of knowing some very interesting people. Mr. Herb. Mr.
God, you got
man.
Mr. Herb?
Oh,
I know
yeah,
you got Mr.
hold on.
Herb.
I'm back in
Oh no, I don't know if you can play Mr. Herb. I'm going to be very.
Okay, he'll make it
Oh
clean.
no, man.
Mr. Herb.
Mr. Herb is going to get us in trouble.
Haba, haba, haba.
Yeah, but Mr. Herb would
What?
he would say stuff sometimes.
I'll make sure it's clean.
I'm afraid. Oh Lord.
He's
Found one. He's going to listen to it right now. That's pretty great. Right. But yeah, we have. What about Big John? Remember Big John?
Hey, pull up Big John. Hey, while you're in there, hey, you might as well. I just give you a list.
Frankie Ray.
Well, yeah, we get.
I mean, Frankie Ray's currently.
Big John.
Like we have all this cast of
Uncle
characters that we have met and we become friends with. Like it's cool, we have these relationships with these people, and they become part of the show, part of the family, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's usually we're captivated by someone's voice. You have an unusual voice. We are
Miss Cheryl.
First of all, hit the gold.
Miss Cheryl.
Miss Cheryl. In the gold,
Miss Cheryl,
there's a Mr. Herb.
Okay.
Hey, habba, habba, habba.
Yeah, that was Mr. Herb, man. That's how it always started. And then this call I found that doesn't have music under it. It's fine.
Okay.
Just play it.
Hey, habba, habba, habba.
Hey, Mr. Herb, can you hug somebody for us?
Yeah, I'm going to hug my little guy.
We were doing a thing. That didn't sound right. What now?
Well,
he meant his dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I had somebody to hug.
Oh, that was the thing.
yes.
That was the thing with Mr. Herb. So Mr. Herb was an older guy. He had a dog, and he was like this, kind of that, and then real quick he would, it's raining,
It's
and
raining,
I
I'm
just
lonely,
and
I'm
then
drinking my coffee by myself.
Boy, I remember when I had someone,
But
then all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
you know what? He was just a
bummed me out.
lonely old guy. But you know,
Gosh,
it was
remember we used to go drink coffee with him after the show.
That's what I was going to say. He was so accommodating. Yes.
Yes, and we went to Mr. Herb's house more than once.
Many times we went over there.
what?
Yes,
You
we
don't
went through
remember
his
that?
No,
record
I
He
don't
was
collection.
trying to
remember
let us give us old records, and he had these old records that, wow, some of those are out of print for a reason.
you know what? My
Yes.
memory. You know what?
Remember the dog? It was a,
Yes.
It was a little tiny
Yorkshire
dog.
Terrier.
Yes, yes. I had him mixed up with
Or not a Yorkshire. It was a Boston Terrier.
You remember the guy's house? We didn't go to his house. I remember that a few weeks ago. I was like, "Yeah, we went to that guy's house." No, that was Mr. Herb. I was thinking of.
I don't know who you were thinking.
I was
of.
thinking of
Mr. Charles.
no.
I got hit in the head
with
with a can of corned beef.
Man, that guy.
Man,
I wish we had that clip.
I don't.
He was great.
I didn't have any Big John clips that I could find.
Oh, really?
I'm sure if I
Mr.
dig harder, but there's nothing under Big John.
Mr.
but-
Charles used to show up to all of our broadcasts. We would be doing like remote broadcasts from like grocery stores and whatever. And he would show up, and he would show up on his bike, and he always had food. Like he always walked up, and he had something in his hand. Like the way people hold their cell phones when they have people on speakerphone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way he held his food, and then he would just kind of dive his face into it.
Yep.
And then he would never stop talking.
So
You remember?
weird.
It was like,
So
he'd be like
weird.
having this conversation.
It's so weird.
You'd come back and he's still talking, and food is flying all over the place, dude. One time, and I think I remember you telling he was talking to me. He just came up for air. And he did like this, and I saw it
coming toward you.
coming towards me, and I'm like, oh, dude, it landed right there, right below my lip, and I was like, oh! And I was like, and he had to have seen it. Oh, look, I just spit on your face,
Yeah,
and there's
but
this little
he's-
thing, and I'm going.
He didn't care, man.
I'm like, I gotta wipe this off.
What are you doing now?
I'm just.
You going on an expedition? You going fishing?
So I pull this stuff. I'm like,
try to pull up.
dude, well, I get the little piece of food off of my face, and then he keeps talking, and I'm trying to back up, and he was a close talker,
man.
and he kept wanting to come closer. I'm like, Mr. Herb, and finally I said, Mr. Herb, you spit on my face. I had food that almost went in my mouth.
Oh, God.
I was like, it landed
Sorry.
right here. I said, you didn't see it? No.
No.
Well, but he's just completely oblivious to the world. I'm like, yeah, man, just give a little distance.
Yeah.
And then I think our relationship fell apart that day.
No relationship.
Like we weren't BFFs anymore.
I forgot about that bike, man. He used to pull up on his bicycle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't shop here no more. Somebody threw a can of corned beef. I got hit in the head with a can of corned beef.
Yeah, he tells these crazy stories, and we're just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened there, Mr. Herb. How about the family that used to follow you at all your events that you went to?
I loved them, man. They were super cool. I don't remember their names. I know this is terrible sounding, but I don't. But they used to come by and they would bring their kids to everything we ever did. And like the kids were
God. They would
clingy.
be on your legs.
They would literally
Bubba would play with them.
They would hug my legs and not let go.
God.
And I mean, how can you not think that's the coolest thing ever?
Hey, man. Okay. I don't think it's cool, but hey, you did. That's fine.
Man, I thought it was, I mean, how adorable these kids. I mean, they were like 3 and 4 years old. They would just hug you and be like, man. That's a connection. I always
got
talk
you,
about,
good cop.
No. I'm just saying, I always talk about the connection that we have with our audience through the radio, because unlike people watching like on the video stream right now or anything of that, people listening, they make up, I mean, how many times do people go, I did not expect you guys to look like that? We get it all the time, always have. They have these characters in their head of who they think we are. And, you know, when you think about these little kids, we were like, you know, if mommy and dad would be like, shh, Big D and Bubba are talking. And then they would listen. And those kids were like, well, if mommy and daddy love Big D and Bubba so much, then I have to love them, you know, because at that age, you're very malleable. And
what are you talking about?
You know, you're just very shaped by the things your parents like.
I get you, man. It's
fine hugging on my leg.
It's fine to say it was weird. You can just say it's weird. It was a little weird. It was a little weird. We have a camera now on Patrick, who is in his studio. He's working hard to try and find. You going in? Okay, here you go. I love it. I like what you're doing.
You want to zoom?
No. I thought you were going to take it in there.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, take it in there. Put it. You don't have any? Yeah, we had some good stuff. All right, here we go. Roving camera. Look at that bug light. Look at that bug light. Look at that. That's a bug zapper. Don't you dare doubt our cred. Don't you dare. Look at that. Patrick is an alcoholic. He has...
Patrick doesn't want me showing all of his secrets.
What secrets? his hidden Hershey bars.
Oh, Lord.
I don't like Hershey bars.
I love Hershey bars.
Oof, I don't. It's too... I don't know. I'm not a chocolate fan. I don't. It's just, and it's I like a little bit of it, but a Hershey bar is nothing but that.
How can you not love chocolate?
I don't know, man. It's too much. Like a little. Oof. I don't know. I've never understood why. It's like chicks. It's like chicks are always like, oh, I just gotta love them. It's like become a joke and a meme. I don't get it at all.
Will you check out hominy? Cause it's good.
I do love me some hominy. Chocolate covered hominy. Have y'all had that?
No.
Boy, that's good.
I bet it would be better.
It would be better than straight hominy.
Patrick, is this clean? Oh, no, he took it off. He took it off. There was about to be a clip that I was going to play.
Changed my mind. Realized it was going to go badly.
Yeah.
I stopped.
It did go bad?
Yes. I just realized
What
it's
was
probably for the best. Hey, it's Carla. And I was like, you know what? There's no way we can even have that conversation.
Almost killed me.
Almost choked
He
to death.
almost killed
me
me.
just bringing it up. Man, we've had some characters over the years. God
Carla
bless.
Carla was the one who thought the professional wrestlers lived
Somebody
here.
at one of the radio stations we worked for told Carla that the wrestlers from TV lived at the radio station.
Uh-huh.
And so every day she would call and ask to speak to Diesel or Triple H.
And we would have to we used to be like, oh, they don't live here.
They're not here, Carla. And it didn't matter.
And she would call
every day.
over and over and over and over, and she wouldn't hang up, and she would get very upset. She had challenges, and she would get very upset.
So then sometimes we just pretend to be Diesel.
Sometimes we learned it's just easier to be Diesel.
Bubba, she had challenges.
She did. I mean, we're trying. I mean, you know.
I'm just like, wasn't it obvious that she thought the wrestlers lived here? So yeah, don't you think you could have
you know what? Dee's
foregone
got
that?
a point on that. You could have just left it, and she thought the wrestlers lived here. I feel like he didn't need any other information after that.
Will you check out hominy? Cause it's good.
She used to call us every day, and she would be like,
Is
because,
Diesel there?
Because it was, because the stations, this was back in the day, the stations would forward their local request lines
So we
to
had
our
a
studio.
different back before we didn't have an 800 number.
Yeah, right.
We didn't get an 800 number until 2005. So before that, you laughing because I know that because I'm such a nerd?
No, I'm so.
No,
laughing
I'm
at
actually
Bubba.
stunned.
So every radio station would forward their local phones to us, and Carla called at 6:15 every day. So at 6:15, you'd see that phone line ringing from that city, and you knew it was. It just no chance it was anyone else.
Yeah.
And so, but every day, hello, hey, it's Carla. Hey,
Carla.
Hey, Carla.
Yeah.
Is Triple H there? No, he's not. No. She'd get a little upset about that.
What are you
I'm
doing,
like,
Bubba?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's loving the Roman camera, roving camera.
Yes.
No, it's Roman. It's actually from
Really fascinating for the people who are listening.
I actually kind of like it if you moved the helmet and just had a Christmas tree cam, a
Christmas cam.
Christmas cam. Look at there's the ladder in the back in the corner that Bubba has to use to put the overhead camera up. I had to take it down earlier this week because we did something, and so I went over to go put it up there, and he's like, "Yeah, the ladder's over there." I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I see it," and I just reach up there and just grab it. I never really used it,
Dude, short people problems, man.
It's my half of my height. I think comes from my arms. My upper torso is ridiculously long.
You have like gorilla arms, and we
Yeah.
always talk about we tease him with his monkey arms. How gorilla proportions are just different than human proportions.
Thank you.
You have those shorter legs and the longer arms. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I have difficulties, as you say.
You got challenges.
Challenges. I'm going to shirt that says I have challenges.
Will you check out Harmony? Cause it's good.
A challenge, boy.
I'm gonna have challenges, and on the back it's gonna be like a chair,
Sitting, standing.
walking, and little check marks.
Fitting into stadium
Boy,
seats.
speaking of, man, God, that
Dang.
sucks, doesn't it?
It's,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
pretty bad.
I was just gonna bring up. I saw an old school playground the other day where they had a jungle gym. What's the one where you
like
put your
the
hand?
geodesic dome or whatever.
No. This was
You're
was
talking
like
monkey
metal.
bars. Monkey bars.
Yes, they had monkey bars. I could never do monkey bars. I could kind of hang for a little while, and then it was just I was like, oh, this hurts.
Then your
Then you
arms
drop.
came out of the socket.
And you had those skinny kids who would just start at one and go the other way.
Yeah,
and then they
little
get on
skinny
top of
punks.
it. Remember that?
Oh,
They would like do something and
come on!
come on up. What?
No, what are you talking about?
No,
No.
I'm not going up there.
Not happening.
No.
While I was going back and forth, did y'all talk about other people who've become like de facto characters on the show?
No.
Because I heard you mention Frankie Ray. Glenda said high score guy. Of
Oh,
course,
high score guy is one of my
How
favorites.
could we forget?
Yeah,
We had
forgot.
question
Hey,
guy
guys.
for a while, and now we have joke guy who calls.
I love Joke Guy.
Joke guy's great.
Joe Guy's been texting a lot lately.
Dude, call
Joke
in.
Guy
We're doing
needs to
Joke Guy.
call
Yeah,
more.
I know. But I catch it so late because we get so busy and stuff. But
Well,
we've
then
had
what
some.
we need to do maybe is set it up with Joke Guy that we can call him back whenever he has a good joke.
We have. Oh gosh, what was the guy? This is not Clint. What was his name?
Derek?
Not Derek. No, the guy. He's not with us anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember his
Do
name.
his voice.
Yeah, if you do the
Hey,
voice.
big deal about this is, and he would always say his name, and I can't think of what it is.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
So bad.
And he always said like exactly the city he was in.
No,
every
that's
time
that.
too.
We still have that guy. That's
Oh,
the
he's
guy.
still-
the guy who calls for Blueberry Hill. What's his name?
Yeah, that's what I was
every
gonna say.
day.
Yeah, he's still
wow.
around. I don't know. You haven't been putting him through to the studio much.
Yeah, I forget that guy. Oh, I saw a fruit fly, a gnat or something. I just saw it.
I hope one of them flies in front of the camera. And we don't even notice it.
that
We
bug
watch.
zapper
might land
is-
on it.
It's not doing well. We may
I'm
have
gonna
to,
leave it up all weekend, and it'll be fine. And
I
they'll
love-
be gone.
I love how the guy from the building was all like, "Yeah,
Dave.
yeah."
Yeah, I think he was kidding. I'm like 90%.
You want to hope he was kidding.
You know,
I can't remember that guy. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't remember that one.
the Blueberry Hill guy, though. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hey, is it?
He always says where he's from, and I can't
yeah,
I can't think of his name now.
from Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. I don't know.
I don't know. No,
Can't remember.
I thought he was Seattle.
I don't know.
Boy, we are bad at
Yeah.
this.
Well, dude.
Well, we don't ask where they're from. We just kn-
It's a lot of
man,
people.
it's a barrage of stuff.
I
And in the
know,
morning, it's
I
like.
know.
Pop, 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 pop.
It really is
Imagine
insane in
Tim
here.
from Caswell.
Oh,
Tim.
It's Tim,
Yeah,
it's
Tim.
Tim
Okay.
from Caswell.
All right.
Every
Caswell,
time.
okay.
Yes.
And that's
And he
Caswell.
requests
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
Fats Domino, Blueberry
Maine,
Hill
Cabernet. Yes.
every time.
Did I ever tell you
And
that?
every once in a while, a little big town to mix it up.
So one time, I've never told anyone this. So that guy called, and hey, it's Tim from Caswell. I'm like, yeah, and I don't know, Bubba was getting coffee or something. We weren't on the air. It was just me and him just chatting. I picked up. I'm on the headset with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, I go, hey man, what's going on? He's like, I just he wanted to hear Blueberry Hill or whatever it was. I said, okay, yeah, let me see if we can get that on. I go, so like where do you live at? Like what road do you live on? So I'm on Google Maps, and I pulled up Caswell, Maine, and it's very small, and he tells me the road, and so I find the road. It's a major road. I said, oh, okay, I see it. I said, but what do you have a road off that road? Oh yeah, it's
Oh my gosh.
And so I find that road,
Telling you everything.
and then I go and I get into Street View, and I'm
Describing
I'm
everything
going
to
down.
him?
I go, man, I think I've been out there before. Isn't there like this big white barn on the right hand side?
Yeah.
yeah. And then I go, and then you get past. Then you go past that, and there's like a bridge. It's like a bridge. There's a bridge. Yeah, there's a bridge. And then you go in, and I got to his house, and I'm looking at his house. I go, yeah, is your house? Is it like?
Is it this,
Is
this,
it
and this?
this, that, blah blah blah? Yes.
You blew his mind.
And I said, you have a Pontiac, blue Pontiac that's parked out next to it, up under by a tree. Yeah, dude, you can mess with people that
Blew
way.
his mind. It was Craig. I put the gold on your.
Craig, yes.
Craig,
We lost
This
Craig.
is Craig.
You can call
Craig
us
was super
every
cool.
day.
Yeah, he was in an assisted living home or something. He was an elderly guy, but yeah, you could tell when he was feeling good and when he was bad. When he was feeling good, he was so much fun. I think this, just gauging by the voice,
This is Craig.
was an off day, sadly. But yeah, we used to think he was drunk at first because he would call and just be like all over the place. You don't remember him?
I don't remember him.
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
Kinda.
5
Sounds
years since he
familiar.
passed.
Yeah, he would call, and he would call every day for about a 3-year period. We didn't put him on the show very often because not all the characters actually make it to the show. Sometimes the characters are better off.
I'm just looking at the camera.
Which one?
Mine. God, I wish I had eyebrows. It is so weird. It's weird.
Yeah. When
And it's
people
weird you don't know it until I say it.
John Panette, the comedian, and did a special, and it was right after he was in the movie. No, he was in a Broadway production of Hairspray. And in Hairspray, it's always a large man who plays the main character's mother.
Like when
That
John
was-
Travolta
John
played
Travolta
it,
did
yeah.
it in the movie. In the previous movie, it was somebody, I can't remember. But so he played that character for a little while in Hairspray, and he said they shaved off his eyebrows so that they could paint on the real ridiculous ones. And he goes, but then they take your makeup off, and during the rest of the day, you just don't have eyebrows.
And
It was-
like for him, he had dark hair.
yeah, he goes, when you don't have eyebrows, people don't know what's wrong with you. They know something is wrong, but they don't know what.
Like I
It's
have
like-
them,
Yours are there,
but they're
There's
just
little-
they're
yes.
blonde. It's like
Yeah, I was watching
They're
you tug on them a
translucent.
moment ago.
Yeah.
yeah, they're it's like that.
It's like those little shrimp that live at the deepest part of the ocean that you look right through and you
That's right,
just
they're
never know they're
translucent.
there.
They're kind of there.
That's Big
Look
D's
at his
eyebrow
face.
hair.
He's so upset.
like those deep sea creatures. You can see their
Yes,
stomach through their
that's right.
skin.
That's
Yes.
what your eyebrows are, D. That's that.
Well, who said
Oh,
translucent?
man.
That's what set me off there.
I did my own joke. Ugh, sorry.
There was one piece of tape I found called Mr. Herb Joke, and then I got halfway into listening to it and went, nope, this is going to be racist. There's no way it's not. Or sexist or something. He just had that old
Mr.
man.
Herb came from that era,
Oh,
though.
man. Yeah,
I mean, he was
Mr.
he was a
Herb
World
was
War
a-
II veteran. That was the thing.
And he was old for a World War II veteran because Mr. Herb was in his 80s, and this was in like 2002.
Yeah.
So,
He was a character though, guys. We would, like we said, we would finish the show and we'd just go, hey, we'll come see you today, because he would have lonely days, and so we'd be like, hey man, we'll come have coffee with you.
I can't believe we actually did that.
Yeah.
we
used to do
did.
it.
Can you imagine doing that today? I would never do that today.
No, you would never.
You wouldn't. I would.
He would.
Oh, yeah,
Bubba
he
doesn't
would.
want to go home. Bubba will find excuses to do anything. Bubba's a firefighter, for God's sake. You know why?
Yeah,
Because
'cause
he's
he doesn't
bored.
go home.
He doesn't want to go sit at his house and not have nothing to do.
That's his home.
I can't.
How do you think he became a firefighter?
I think how many times he's lied and said, I got to sleep at the place tonight.
No, I can't.
Busy
can't.
fire season, honey. You know how it is. Gonna be busy.
It's not. I don't want to imply that Bubba's avoiding his family or anything. That's
No,
not what I mean. He just doesn't want to.
I don't do nothing well.
No,
I
you
don't.
don't.
Like
You need-
vacation, I hate. We've talked about this before. I hate not doing something. That's why my wife is like, you can never retire. She's like, when Big D retires, you have to find another job because you can't stop. Because I drive her crazy whenever I'm like, what am I going to do?
Dude, you
This
drive
is
me
terrible.
crazy, and I don't live with you.
What are you gonna do when I retire? by the way?
I don't know. I'm going to probably start a new show.
You and Patrick should do a show.
No.
Patrick's like, no, when he's done, I'm done.
I love Bubba, but I can't work with Bubba by himself because Bubba doesn't listen to me at all.
I ask sometimes.
Yeah, and then you do whatever you were.
But
gonna
here's
do
Bubba's
anyway.
move. Hey, should I edit out the part where they talked about this? And
No, leave it. It's
no,
fine. No, it's
he goes,
fine.
I'm
You
just
know,
gonna
I'm
leave
just
it. I'm gonna take it out.
Every time.
Hey, should I wear the
Not
red hat
every
or the
time.
green hat?
Go
I'm
green.
going
I like the green.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
wear the
with
red. I'm
Yeah,
gonna wear the red hat. I'm good.
Maybe that's because I know that your opinions are wrong.
That's right.
Well, gee, I can't wait to line up and work with that guy by myself.
And I always go, why you even ask me?
I know.
What's the whole point of
why?
it? No, I really wanted to know, and I decided
man.
completely opposite of what you said every single time. Okay, well, that's fine.
I feel targeted.
No, it's okay. I don't think I can work with D without you. It's the same thing. You know, it takes all three of us. It really does.
Great.
Look at that Christmas tree.
You're just easier to make fun of. That's what I was going to say. You're a little, at least right now, anyway.
Anything else?
D doesn't have eyebrows.
D's ready to get going. He's going to go to the eyebrow seed store and
I'm gonna go to the mall and sit in those makeup chairs. You know where they do your makeup or whatever.
Well, remember we did that on the
Makeover.
show.
They
We
do
had
hair
somebody
transplant.
paint.
Can they give you? Can they put eyebrows?
I bet they
I don't
can.
know.
I bet they can.
I don't know.
You could come in here looking like Eugene Levy, man. You could have some big old bushy
Oh yeah.
eyebrows.
You can go with a unibrow, man. You can go all the way
I wouldn't
across.
go unibrow. I would keep it separated.
What if
but-
they put pubes in my eyebrow?
Dude, why did you
Your
have to
eyebrows
say
are so curly.
that? Oh my gosh, why did you say that? That's so nasty. We are live. We can't take this back. You know that?
That's good though. It's a funny
fine,
joke.
man.
It's
What's
a
wrong
funny.
with it?
It's a funny little.
Imagine if that
visual.
happened, though.
I want
Imagine
you to look
if that happened.
Look
Think
at his
about
face.
that.
Look at his face. Look at Big D. Now imagine it with the little curlies coming out.
I can't wait to get that call
Patrick,
from
look
the
at me.
sales manager,
Look
and
at
they
me,
go,
Patrick.
"Did you guys say bleep
No.
on the
No.
You can't say
it's
that.
all
That's
on
not
the
a bad
podcast.
word.
It's
What's
not
wrong
a
with
bad
that?
word.
Okay.
It's not. Is
Sure
it
it's
on the
not.
list?
Bubba said
No,
she
a lot
had
of things
challenges.
aren't on the list that you can't say on a radio show.
Call us and ask if Hulk Hogan was there. She had challenges. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you. Is that what?
What are you guys trying? Why are you turning this around on me?
He's just
God.
deflecting
He's trying to
now.
deflect.
He's just deflecting.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Well, we'll let you know on Monday. We have a fly infestation here at the studio. We'll let you know on Monday if the bug zapper did its job over
Yes,
the weekend,
leave it there all weekend.
and we'll
Just
see.
running.
We'll see how this works. So, wish us well. We would like to have a fly-free zone on Monday when we come back to work,
Hopefully.
and that would be very nice.
Yeah, it would be.
Y'all know Fats Domino died?
No,
I looked it up. I looked it up just a moment ago because
Today he died?
No.
Oh, he died a while back. Yeah, I already knew that. Yeah.
What brought that? What are you talking about?
Because we're talking about Tim, and he always calls in for Fats Domino, and I don't know.
And I was like,
Bubba
is
looked
Fats
it up.
Domino alive? I
I
thought he
gotcha.
died. Yeah, he did die.
Have you been, do you take stuff?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I've thought about getting it prescribed for me and slipping it into his coffee, but
Because of all people, you definitely have it.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he has
What?
ADD. You have
Challenges?
ADD? No, yes, you have challenges.
You have challenges.
No, you have ADD worse than anyone I've ever met. You know, it is there.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I'm high functioning.
He's high functioning.
I mean, look,
say.
I am, and I know these things, and I do because I know that if I start a project, I cannot finish it. I mean, I can't stop it because if I stop, it'll never get. I won't pick it up again.
Yeah.
And that's the way I am. I'm just, and I know this, and I don't know if it's ADD, ADHD. I don't know which A's and D's it is,
Gee,
but
I wonder if it's ADHD with the guy who rides the skateboard around the studio in between breaks. I wonder if that's what.
Could be. And runs everywhere he goes.
And
That's what even.
Why am I
Someone
fat?
gets to the bathroom. I don't know.
Why am I
Because you
fat?
run. Well, because you're only running to the bathroom and it's only 45 feet away. But you do. You run there. It's so crazy.
It's weird.
Sometimes he runs past when I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, is there an emergency?
I almost took out Eric Pasley. We were this morning. He was like coming through, and I almost knocked him out.
Yep. No.
Anyway. All right. Are we done?
Yep.
All right. So everybody, one more time.
Will you check out Harmony? Cause it's good.
And for those of you listening on the podcast video stream, Keith Urban's conversation with us is coming up right after this wonderful jingle. Thank you, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This was the podcast, but now it's over. But that's okay, because you can listen to the regular show on the radio every day.